He-Man and the Masters of the Universe was a pretty big series when it came out in 1983 and was one of my childhood favorites. 2 years later, we got a spin-off, and it's also one of my childhood faves. And I'm about to revisit this show in a revisited TV log. So, for the honor of Grayskull, let us talk about, for its 40th anniversary today, She-Ra, Princess of Power. This is a revisited TV log from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. the Big D, and this is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, I am back again with another revisited TV log. Today, I'm going to be talking about another one of my childhood favorites, and it's a show I really got to enjoy. Now, I got to see a few of the shows or animated series that had, well, a female lead. Now, one of those shows that came out was Gem and the Holograms, but we also got this show. So believe me, before we even got the live action Xena Warrior Princess, or before we even had stuff like Tenko and the Guardians of the Magic, or Sailor Moon or Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders, we had this. Yes, we are about to say that after the success of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, it got a spin-off. And we meet the long-lost twin sister of Prince Adam, alias He-Man, in Adora, who was originally on the side of evil, but with the help of her long-lost brother, she breaks from that cocoon by holding the magic sword of protection and saying, for the honor of Grayskull, she becomes this beautiful heroine right here. So now, without further ado, I bring to you the one, the only She-Ra, Princess of Power. She-Ra, Princess of Power was an animated sci-fi fantasy adventure series originally produced by Lou Scheimer and the folks at Filmation. The series originally premiered in syndication on this day, September 9th, 1985, and ran for 2 seasons. It's based off of the Princess of Power toy line by Mattel Toys. Unlike the He-Man series, which was based on the Masters of the Universe toy line, the creation of She-Ra was a collab between both Filmation and Mattel. The initial group of characters and premise were created by uncredited writers Larry DiTillio and J. Michael Straczynski. Of course, Larry DiTillio, who also worked on numerous cartoons, and J. Michael Straczynski, who later went on to create the TV series Babylon 5 as well as Jeremiah, well, gave us this for Filmation, while the characters introduced later were designed by Mattel. Mattel provided financial backend for the series as well as an accompanying toy line. Though it didn't last that many episodes as its predecessor, it still ran for an overall total of 2 episodes, with 93 episodes overall, as well as the He-Man She-Ra Christmas special. And a movie as well, which was released. Okay, hang on. Well, almost a half a year before this, in March of 1985, Filmation released an animated film called The Secret of the Sword. The film is composed of what would be the first 5 episodes together: Into Etheria, Beast Island, She-Ra Unchained, Reunions, and Battle for Bright Moon. In between the first and second season of the series, in which He-Man regularly featured, the Filmation also produced an hour-long 44 minutes without commercials Christmas episode called He-Man and She-Ra: A Christmas Special. Now, together overall, both series contain a combined total of 218 episodes, a theatrical movie, a Christmas special, all in the same continuity with the same cast and crew. Anyway, now the Filmation He-Man She-Ra share continuity is by far the largest single Masters of the Universe and or Princess Power continuity of the original. 1980 He-Man Masters of the Universe She-Ra era to this day, and is also again by far the single largest continuity of both series in existence to date. Alright, now the series follows the adventures of Princess Adora, the long lost twin sister of Prince Adam alias He-Man. Now then, of course, she was born on Eternia to King Randor and Queen Marlena. However, she was kidnapped at birth by the evil tyrant called Hordak, whose group, the Evil Horde, was trying to rule Eternia. And of course, Skeletor, He-Man's main arch nemesis, was actually Hordak's pupil, originally a member of the Horde, before Hordak took Adora with him and escaped to another world called Etheria. And there she serves as a mind-controlled Horde force captain before He-Man rescues her. Which I'll give you a little heads up, since I have not reviewed the movie, but after reuniting with her parents, She-Ra decides to return to Etheria and lead the Great Rebellion. During this time is, as I've said, it was also revealed that Hordak was the teacher of He-Man's arch enemy Skeletor. Though they still kind of get into a bit of rivalry because they do have the misfortune of encountering each other in some episodes. Anyway, yes. But anyway, this was a show I grew up with, and I remembered watching this, even though it came on after school, and when I started kindergarten. And I must say, it was one of the great shows ever. I mean, aside from its predecessor and other shows that were still out at the time, like the Transformers and GI Joe, as well as Gem and the Holograms, which also premiered the same year this did, She-Ra proved to be amazing, incredible, and what have you, with its great stories and great characters. I really must say, it's awesome. Because if you like He-Man, then I think you're going to love this series, She-Ra Princess of Power. Now, how He-Man managed to, well, to get to know about Adora being his long-lost sister was through the sorceress of Castle Grayskull. Through a little crystal inside the sword that He-Man was given to give Adora, which was the sword of protection. When she hears the sorceress's voice, she learns about He-Man being her long-lost brother. And thus, when she picks up the sword of protection and says and yells out for the honor of Grayskull, she becomes the beautiful Princess of Power herself. Not only that, the power from the gem also transforms her trusty steed Spirit into the unicorn Swiftwind. Yes, and thus they join with the Great Rebellion, consisting of Glimmer, Bow, and lots of others they would encounter as well along the way. Now, well, like He-Man, only a few people or characters know of the secret. Amongst some of them include Light Hope, which is this kind of mysterious power. Well, we type see. We don't really see it. It's just a big blast of light coming from inside the Crystal Castle, which Adora and She-Ra is the defender of. Madame Raz, a kooky witch who is similar to Orko from He-Man. Yeah, she's a real comic relief. And Cowl, who is part koala, part owl. There are other characters who would be part of the rebellion as well, including Cassispella, Marmista, let's see, Frosta, oh, and Flutterina, Perfuma, Peekaboo. Oh, the list goes on. So anyway, yes. I will say that this is just so good. But of course, together they fight off the evil horde ruled by our leader Hordak, who is really a meanie. He's aided with his little friend Imp and the rest of the horde, consisting of Montana, Catra, Scorpia, Grizzlor, and Leech. There are others who also appear, including Modulok, who also appeared in He-Man as well, and the Multibot. Also, there's a very little magical critter called Lookie, which you have to look from in almost every episode except for the first 5 episodes and a couple of other episodes. The episode Horde Prime Takes a Holiday, and the other being Lookie Lends a Hand. Now, Lookie does make one other where he makes his first full appearance in one episode, but you do have to find him in his second full episode, which was Lookie's Sweetie in season 2. After an overall total of 93 episodes were produced and aired, the series ended on December 12, 1987. However, it continued in reruns. After that, it later got rerun on the USA Network for another year, but after that, it was never seen again until the 2010s, where it aired on the Cubo Night Owl block, as well as the Retro TV network, where it aired along with He-Man and others after they were acquired from entertainment rights Classic Media, after they were formerly under license at Hallmark after Filmation had closed their doors. The series also re-aired on MeTV as well and on Teletoon Retro in Canada. But to this day, the show has not been seen on any TV station, not even on a Diginet to this day. The show later got many physical media releases. It had been released on video cassette, and actually it's on DVD as well, which I do happen to have the original releases from BCI Eclipse, which I have the first volume of season 1 and the second half of season 1. Season 2, of course, was only a few episodes and it got released in here. Now, I do also have the best of She-Ra, which has 5 fan favorite episodes and the Secret of the Sword film. In 2000, but after BCI Eclipse went out of business, these sets went out of print. But now they're pretty fair at fair prices. Maybe not for an arm and a leg, but if you can find them for a reasonable price, if they've dropped the prices, I did see Amazon's dropped the price on some of them. I'm not sure all of them, but anyway. Well, in 2010, Classic Media released Season 1, Volume 1, with just the first 20 episodes, but no subsequent releases followed. And on my 31st birthday in 2011, the company released the series in a new complete series set. The same went with Universal, who under license from Classic Media also released Season 1, Volume 1 in the UK. Madman Entertainment released the entire series in Region 4 in Australia, both in 3 volumes, similar to the BCI Eclipse releases, as a complete series set. In 2019, Universal in the US actually re-released the complete series, containing just about all the special features you can find on these sets, as well as the He-Man She-Ra Christmas special and the Secret of the Sword films, which though those can also be found in the studio's re-release of the original He-Man series, so which you can find for a good price. Now, a few years later, DreamWorks, along with Netflix, did put out a reboot of the series called She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. It came out in 2018 and ended in 2020. It was separate from the continuity of the original series and is known for its explicit LGBT representation. I've seen a little bit of the series. It's okay, but not great though. Not that I'm trying to be rude or anything. In 2021, Amazon announced that a live action series is in development with DreamWorks Animation Service executive producer. Well, and well, they would serve as executive producer, as the series will be a new standalone story and will not be connected to the animated show. So they have found a director and a writer and executive producer last October. So since we're getting a new Masters of the Universe film for next year, since MGM Amazon's giving it to us, let's hope for the best they can do a new She-Ra series. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I found this series to be pretty good. But here's a look at the She-Ra sets again. Here we have She-Ra on the cover art for this. And then we have Hordak on this one with Kedra, and oh, I forgot one of his main members, the fiendish sorceress known as Shadow Weaver. I completely forgot about that one. My apologies, folks. And here's She-Ra along with Bow and Glimmer on the backside of this. Anyway, the rest of the cast, I'm sure you know what they look like if you've seen this show before. I'm pretty sure the show is on streaming, but I'm not sure. There is a way to see some episodes. YouTube does have some She-Ra episodes on the Masters of the Universe. On it's there's a Masters of the Universe or He-Man YouTube channel that actually has some of the episodes, including the He-Man She-Ra Christmas special, which I've already covered. Its music is done by Shuki Levy, Haim Saban, and Erica Lane. Of course, Saban and Levy, who of course recently worked on He-Man, as well as other shows including Inspector Gadget, Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats, Mask, which also debuted a few weeks later that same year, same month as a matter of fact, and also, oh yeah, the Mr. T cartoon and kid video as well. The show had an ending. The ending theme was "I Have the Power," which was just a few lyrics of them, just the last bit of it. Well, part of the song that you hear in the theme to in the Secret of the Sword film, sung by Noam Canyo and Lou Scheimer's own daughter, Erica Scheimer, who actually lends her voice to some of the characters. The voice acting cast consists of voicing She-Ra and Princess Adora is Melindy Britt, who also had recently worked on Filmation shows like The New Adventures of Batman, where she voiced Barbara Gordon, alias Batgirl, and Princess Aura in the studio's Flash Gordon toon. She also voiced Penny in Ruby Spears' Plastic Man cartoon as well. Britt also voices Cassispella, Marmista, Jewel Star, and Octavia. There's other names I mentioned. The late great George DeCenzo, who did work on some other cartoons like the Paw Paws and Black Star, where he actually voiced the titular character. He also appeared in an episode of the CEO's live action series Space Academy. And he also voiced Hercules in the Freedom Force segment on Tarzan the Super 7. And also go on to appear in the New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking, as well as he also played Marty McFly's grandfather in Back to the Future, which actually came out that same year, and had a minor role in The Exorcist 3. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, and he also recently lent his voice to characters on Spider-Man's Amazing Friends and lots of other series until he passed away in 2010 at the age of 70. Then we have the late great Linda Gary, who recently voiced Tila in the Masters of the Universe series, as well as she lent her voice to Tarzan and also, let's see, the Kid Superpower Hour with Shazam, And Black Star. Her voices include Glimmer, Shadow Weaver, Mamraz, Scorpia, Entrapta, Sweet Bee, and others. She also reprised her voice as Tila and the Sorceress of Castle Grayskull as well. Erica Scheimer lent her voice to Queen Angela, Glimmer's mother, Florina, Frosta, Imp, Starla, Pika Blue, Perfuma, and Lookie. While her dad, credited under a pseudonym, Eric Gundon, once again lent his voice to characters we had recently seen in the Masters of the Universe series, like Modulok and Orko, also voiced Cowl, Montana, Leech, the Horde Troopers, Horde Prime, Spirit and Swiftwind, Lighthope, Broom, and Grizzlor, and the Multibot. The late great John Irwin, whom we sadly lost last year, once again voices He-Man Prince Adam, as well as his furry nemesis Beastman and the Dragon Granomir. While Alan Oppenheimer once again reprises his voice for Skeletor, Cringer, aka Battlecat, and Mad Arms. Later in the second season, they got another voice actress in Diane Pershing, who voiced Pearl Pureheart in the New Adventures of Mighty Mouse and Heckle and Jekyll, and also in, as well as Isis in the Freedom Force, and Dale Arden in Flash Gordon. She voices the characters of Natasha and Spinnerella. So anyway, so now you know about She-Ra, Princess of Power. Like I said, it's a great show, and I think it's got great animation, just like its predecessor. So believe me, I hope you have the power to enjoy this great show. I think this is a perfect show for you to enjoy, and I know you'll enjoy it just as much as any other show would. Actually, this show came out the same year the original, the same day this came out, the original Thundercats came out as well. So anyway, She-Ra Princess of Power. I think you can find these sets or the re-release complete series set for a decent price. So I think you'll have a good chance to find it. If so, get it. You will love it if you've not seen it. I'm sure your parents would be more than happy to introduce you to it. Just as long as you know, as long as you can handle it. So so, what did you think of She-Ra, Princess of Power? Have you seen this when you were a kid? If so, let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. Next time, I'll be bringing to you a review of Alien vs. Predator. No, wait, that's Aliens vs. Predator Rakim. Excuse me. So, if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other videos. And these are other chick tunes. These are Saturday morning TV logs I have done already. In the upper left hand corner, you can check out the same, and they're on 90s tunes. And these came out a decade after She-Ra premiered. The upper left-hand corner is a Saturday morning TV log on Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders. The upper right-hand corner is a Saturday morning TV log on Tenko and the Guardians of the Magic, a very underrated show. Or if you like a live-action princess who is much more awesome and what have you, but hey, I still like She-Ra a lot more. Check out my recent TV log on Xena, Warrior Princess, in the bottom left-hand corner. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. And we'll have another TV log coming up for you soon. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.